You got the word that Kitty was getting a spin-off. What went through your head?
I fully thought it was a joke. Like, I was like, there's no way. Like, I was, of course, people like have these ideas, and of course, for me, it would be like a dream, but I didn't think it would become a real thing. Many years had passed, and I heard different little bits and pieces, and then now that it's a real thing, it like is very hard to wrap my head around, and I can't even process it. It's so crazy. I feel like Kitty and Q really are like there for like the push and pull. Like, they know how to push each other when they need that push, but they're also there to comfort them when they just need someone to listen to, which I feel like is such a great balance in a friend. And like, I don't know, I feel like for Kitty, she goes through so much of learning about herself, and things that feel really overwhelming and scary to her are some things that Q has gone through in a different way and in his own experience that he can help her and be there as a support system. And then Kitty's also there to push Q to take chances and to go and find that love that he deserves, because she's so supportive and excited for him. So it's that balance for sure.
Yeah, I would say they're definitely like a yin and yang kind of situation,
exactly.
for sure. I think Q is really good at like keeping Kitty grounded.
Yes.
And I think Kitty's really good at like getting Q, like you said, to take risks and to like, you know, go forward with what he wants. So yeah, I think it's a really nice dynamic that they have.
I agree.
How incredible was it for you to be able to portray this character that embarks on a queer romance in a setting that isn't as accepting?
Okay, yeah, I think it's a really interesting take on like a queer character. I've played a queer character before on Love Victor, and I think this is a lot different than that because Q is a queer character, however, it's not something like a traumatic experience for him necessarily, whereas we see in the media a lot of, you know, trauma involved with coming out and being queer. And I think with Q, it's very normalized, and I think hopefully the viewers will see that and have, you know, a little bit of hope and be like, okay, maybe it doesn't have to be so hard and traumatic and scary, and it can be really easy sometimes. And hopefully give them the courage to like be themselves, just as Q is.
You really said gay rights.
Right?
What would you say was like your biggest takeaway from Kitty's journey, especially with love and her sexuality as well?
I think something that Kitty kind of goes through and kind of comes to realize is that you don't have to have it all figured out right now, and that's okay. And that I think Kitty growing up felt like she kind of did have it all figured out, and she was very confident and very like, I got this in most situations. And now that that's shifting around her, and she's like, maybe love is not as simple all the time, and maybe I don't know every part of myself, but seeing that as not something scary but something beautiful, and that's part of the process of figuring it out, is giving yourself the space to be honest and explore those feelings that might not be an easy one to face and to see head on. But I'm very, very proud of her for doing that, and she's very fortunate to have so many loving people in her life that she has Q to talk about it with. And the way that her dad when he hears this information for the first time and she's going through it and being like, I like a girl, Dad, I don't know what's going on. That's one of my favorite scenes, honestly, in the whole series.
Me too. The way how like accepting your dad was, and how you saying that you're liking a girl, and all he cared about was her safety.
And that he was like, you're okay.
Flew over his head. Like, it didn't even matter.
I don't need to know the details right now. We're gonna talk about it because I love you, and I just want to know that you're okay, and like, this sounds right. And he kind of reminds her too that you might not feel strong right now, but look at you, like, you are strong, and what you're doing is strong. And sometimes those feelings where you feel the lowest, or those moments, when you feel the lowest, can be your strongest moments, even when you don't see it.
Totally.
Period. So beautifully said. Period. Like, I really love everything about this.